to another video. We are in familiar territory here, and I'm now, I think this is the start of my 7th week post-prep and the 6th week of my training block. So it's basically about time that I walk you guys through a full day of eating, because obviously my nutrition has changed quite a lot, not only the amount I'm eating, but also the food sources as well. So you might have seen a little bit of intro for this breakfast, but this is basically meal one of the day. The macros I'll be running for today as well are about 550 grams of carbohydrates, 80 grams of fat, and 275 grams of protein. So I'll give you a little bit more of a breakdown of my nutrition as the day goes on, but it's pretty early in the morning here still, just before 7 I think, and we're going to get stuck into this breakfast, which is basically a big bowl of overnight oats, and then I put some toppings in there. I put some dark chocolate in there, as you may have seen, and essentially the overnight oats in the morning is just some oatmeal cooked with some BPA Australia breakfast shake, which is basically more oats mixed with protein powder, and I also mix that with a grated apple, some cinnamon, and some almond milk as well. Chuck that in the microwave, cook that, and then leave that in the fridge overnight, and then I put it in the oven this morning so it gets that nice crispy top, and then chuck all these other toppings on as well. So yeah, I like breakfast to be the largest meal of the day. I'll put the macros on the screen. I think it's probably about 1400 calories or so, and that's mainly because I wake up early. I have this pretty early, and then I do some work in the morning, then we go train, and I don't usually have my post-workout meal until about 12. So there's usually about 5 hours in between these meals. So I make this one nice and big. It keeps me energized and satiated throughout my workout. And yeah, I'm gonna eat this now, do some more work this morning, and check in with you guys when I have something else to say. Hey guys, so breakfast is all wrapped up, and did a few client check-ins this morning as well. I get up pretty early, still around 5:30 a.m., and I'm always very productive, so I like to get a lot of my work done, produce any content that needs to be produced, and of course have that big bowl of oats. But now I'm on the way to getting ready for the gym, just making some hot pre-workout, and as always I'll do my usual plug. If you haven't tried hot pre-workout, highly recommend it. Just literally add some hot tap water or some like boiling water from the kettle to your pre-workout, and it really does enhance the flavor of it, interestingly. But other than that, this morning I've also made my post-workout, which is going to be a post-workout cake, and I've just been using Tierra's recipe for that, which is also on the YouTube channel. But I'm going to get changed now, change into my gym clothes, head to the gym, which will be the first session of my 6th week of this block. And this will probably also be the final week of my training mesocycle as well before I deload. And I'll catch you guys at the gym and probably do a little voiceover to clue you guys in a bit about how my off season is going. So a few clips recorded from today's upper body session, and I started with Smith machine bench press. So I've been really enjoying the Smith machine as an alternative to something like a barbell press. I get a really good connection, and it's very predictable progression for me. And overall, it's been a really successful off season so far. So for those of you who don't know, I'll clue you in that I have recently competed it. I'm about 7 weeks post-comp, and this is the 6th week of my training block. And I've gained, so I was 75.7 upon the conclusion of my prep, which is quite light for me, for sure. And I was 80.4 kilos this morning, so just under 5 kilos of weight gain in about 7 weeks, which kind of is exactly the rate of weight gain that I'm looking for at this stage. And from here, I'm probably going to be gaining around 0.2 to 0.3 kilos per week, trying to make as much progression in the gym as possible through the movement choices that I've made. Of course, keep that technique and execution of all my lifts as best as I can whilst making that progression. And yeah, fingers crossed that everything works out smoothly. And that's it from me for this voiceover. Hope you enjoy the rest of this full day of eating. So guys, we are back from the gym, as you can see, and here with my prepared protein cake, which I made this morning. And as I said, this is Tierra's recipe, and I'll put up her thumbnail there so you guys know what to look for in our video feed. And ultimately, it's just some banana, some wholemeal plain flour, and a few other things like protein powder, cinnamon, cocoa, and I've already got some normal peanut butter here, but why not have extra peanut butter? So I've got some Marmaduke's powdered PB, which you guys can use as well. So we've got a little bit of a discount code, link below in the description, and I think you can just use TBD10 at the checkout to save some of that. And yeah, it's just useful because it tastes amazing, and you don't have to, or you can save a lot of your dietary fat for the day by using powdered PB, or you can be me and have normal PB and the powdered PB as well. So overall a great session, and I'm going to dig into this and chuck this on top and basically get stuck into some more work. The dogs need to be fed. It's a tough life. Come on, guys.
Sit. Yes. Stay. We got a bit of lunch here. Ooh, there's even zucchini in there. And some extra virgin olive oil. Sit.
So the dogs know as soon as I finish my protein cake, it's time for them to eat. Sam's trying to make an escape. I don't know why. But Boston is incredibly motivated by food, as you can probably tell. And then Sam just knows that there's competition and tries to join in. I've got some leftover veg, so that's going in here. Got some olive oil, dog food, and they're going to love it. So sit, stay, 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 stay. Yes. Hey guys, so it's now about 1:50 p.m, about an hour and a half since I ate and fed the dogs. Just been doing some work, checking in with clients, and actually writing an Instagram post right now. This is the reality of what it's like after the gym for most days, just sitting in this nice comfy chair behind my desk and working, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I love it. And yeah, so I'm currently working on this post. So this is Canva, which I use for all my Instagram posts and the thumbnails as well. Currently writing a post on the phases of a physique athlete. So just breaking down the phases of a physique athlete, like off-season, pre-prep, comp prep, and the recovery phase as well. So by the time this video is out, that Instagram post should be up. So if you haven't followed us on our Instagram yet at the Bodybuilding Dietitians, make sure you check that post out. So I'm creating the infographic, and Tiara is literally in the other room writing the caption as we speak. So should be a good one. And I'm gonna wrap this up now and then check in with you guys for the next meal. We're back in the kitchen for meal number 3 of the day. And this is something that has never featured on the YouTube full day of eatings before. So essentially it's fairly new to my off season purely because it's lower volume and it doesn't bloat me as much, to use the word bloating loosely. But essentially I'm using something called polenta. If you guys don't know what polenta is, it's basically just ground up corn. And it's low in protein, high in carbohydrates, and it's sort of like cream of wheat when I make it. It's like a savory version of cream of wheat, which is nice. And I'll also be just frying up some kangaroo mince and onion, mixing that with some passata, and then topping it with some salsa and some cottage cheese as well. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna actually use the microwave to cook this one, just because it's a bit more convenient. So just chuck all of this in the microwave, the microwave, as Mac would say, and check in with you guys once it's done. Okay, so the main part of this is done. It's quite amazing how far microwaves have progressed in the last few years, if I say so myself. And essentially, we've got the polenta on the bottom here. That's the yellow. What's up with me today? And then the cooked onion and the kangaroo mince and passata. And I just put some, well, the microwave actually put some cayenne pepper in that. And essentially on top, we're putting the salsa, cottage cheese, which I'm still obsessed with since prep, and of course avocado. And I've actually forgotten the last 2 or 3 days to add avocado to my third meal. So Tiara has kindly reminded me to factor that in today. But let's get started with chucking these toppings on. Last little bit. It's all about the flick of the wrist with the cottage cheese. But this is all done. I'm very much a layered person. I like layers, just like an onion. And I'll do a little taste test. So cottage cheese, salsa, avo, got some polenta down the bottom. Perfectly layered and textured right there. That's really good. Best one yet, actually. But,
must be the avocado.
That's very true. Anyway, I'm going to sit down and enjoy this. And I feel I say that every single time. I'm going to sit down and enjoy this because I'm not planning not to enjoy my food. So.
And you're not planning to stand up either.
No, that's for sure. I rarely stand up and eat my food. Anyway, catch you guys soon. So that's a wrap for meal number 3 of the day. And if I'm not eating with Tiara, I usually just like to zen out and relax and usually just watch some YouTube or some Netflix as well. And on that note, if you guys have any recommendations for any YouTube channels, fitness or educational, whatever it may be, probably not into makeup tutorials, but anything else I'm pretty game for. Yeah, I'm just going to probably start editing this vlog for the rest of the afternoon. It's about 3:45 p.m. right now, and I'll probably start making dinner at about 6 p.m. and I shall see you then. Hey guys, so we are back with the last but not least delicious meal of the day, at least in my opinion. So for many of you, this might be quite familiar from prep because this meal has stayed fairly consistent. If anything, I've just decreased the amount of vegetables and added a new topping, which is sauerkraut. But essentially it's just a big stir fry of vegetables with kangaroo mince, and I add some seasoning in there as well, and then I top it with some cottage cheese yet again. I eat about 250 grams a day of that. It's not cheap, let me tell you. And then some sauerkraut, which is the new addition, which I'm actually really enjoying, just for a bit of extra diversity, and sauerkraut is a good source of probiotics as well. And then the whole egg on top, which hopefully that's runny if I've nailed it correctly. But that's pretty much it for me for this full day of eating. I've pretty much nailed macros on the dot. This meal has seen to that. And basically I kind of always make sure that because I weigh out the vegetables in advance, I can easily plan out my day to nail every single macronutrient, because I weigh these vegetables at usually around breakfast time, and then I can piece together on MyFitnessPal exactly the carb, protein, and fat ratios in the rest of those meals to hit everything very nicely. So I'm going to sit down, eat this, watch some YouTube again, or maybe Tiara will grace me at the table. And otherwise, that's it from me, that's a wrap. So if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe, comment, and if you enjoy this more vlog style of video from us, let us know, because we can easily make more of these in the future. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Baby, hey,